Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Speaking, of course, Brandon Wetzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm a series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I am going to try to make this one a little bit more concise than my previous review that I just did. But we'll get into that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my A Killer's Confession shirt, starring this gentleman right here, Mr. Waylon Revis. If you are unfamiliar with the band Killer's Confession, they've actually been around for, I think, close to like 10 years now. Famously, Waylon had previously been one of the long-standing lead singers of the band Mushroomhead. There was a falling out between him and the band, and he decided that, he was going to split, do his own thing, and AKC, Killer's Confession, was born out of that. And for, again, I think around 10 years now, they've been trucking along, touring almost constantly. They've put out some really solid albums. I began following them because of the Mushroomhead Association, because that was, kind of where I knew them from. But I've been really, really happy to see how they've evolved throughout their run, in kind of their early days, kind of, trying to very clearly distance themselves from, like, the Mushroomhead, kind of thing, to now where Waylon has really kind of just embraced that as, that's just part of his history, and there's nothing wrong with that. But still just doing incredible stuff. I really like these guys, so much so I've seen them perform live a number of times now. I actually have videos of said performances on this channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. But anyway, what am I trying for your day, folks? Why do I need to be more concise? Because I'm reviewing something from a local spot, which, by the way, because it is a local establishment, is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist. That playlist is just for local spots, just highlight them and stuff like that, give them a little bit of a spotlight. Boom! It is in this, and it says Hawaiian on it, even though the lighting is terrible. What is it? Boom! It's a fucking sushi burrito. Which, if you've never had a sushi burrito, get yourself a sushi burrito. Let's get that out of the way right now. But no, this is from a place called Poke Burrito. It is in Elmhurst, Illinois. And I mentioned, I just got through reviewing one of their other ones, and I was thrown a little bit by certain things that I wasn't expecting. So I went a little bit longer than I normally do. But this one happens to be their Hawaiian Classic Sushi Burrito, which consists of tuna, cucumber, pineapple, I love pineapple, avocado, green onion, masago, tempura crunch, sweet onion, edamame, sesame seed, sesame oil, shoyu honey, and wasabi poke sauce. And now that's the thing, like you said, poke sauce, because you can get this in poke bowl format, or you can get it as a burrito. So, I got it as a burrito, clearly. Let's open it. I mean, I want to see how this one's constructed, man, because the last one, that was part of the problem, was it just kind of wasn't wrapped the way I would have liked it to have been wrapped. And I'm kind of guessing this is going to be the case as well. Let's see. No. Yeah, no. So, yeah, they don't... You really do... Jesus. You really do need to wrap these things properly. Like, I give them credit because they put so much stuff in there. Because, again, it's, like, made for really a poke bowl, but... Alright, so let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's falling all over the place. Let's try it, and let's eat it, and hopefully it'll be delicious. Oh. I like this one a lot. The other one was really good too. But it had even more going on. This one, definitely very evocative of the Hawaiian style poke bowls that I'm used to. Where you got the tuna, you got the pineapple as kind of featured flavors. So this is definitely something that I'm I'm very familiar with. What kind of onion? There's sweet onion. Yeah, okay. Because I was thinking, you definitely get a nice oniony flavor, which I'm not a big onion guy, but if you use it in the right circumstances, it's nice. It kind of cuts through things a little bit. I like the tempura crunch. Gives it an extra texture. That's really nice. This is really good. I really, really like this one. The other one that I did, which was called, I think it was like Jimmy's Special or something like that. Still, again, really good. Very good for different reasons, though. And I think that's kind of the key thing. Because I mentioned in that other one that I used to have a sushi burrito place near me. And I really, really liked it. Unfortunately, they closed their doors. And one of the things I think really benefited them was that that's what they did. They weren't a poke place that offered burritos. They were a they were a sushi burrito place. That was their whole thing. And I think this kind of highlights why I was probably a bigger fan of them than I am of Poke Burrito, which is that they specialized in that. They crafted their sushi burritos to work as sushi burritos. With Poke Burrito, they're building burritos around a poke bowl format. And with the Jimmy Special, I think that would work really good as a poke bowl, where you've got a whole bowl, you can kind of, move stuff around. In a burrito format, it's kind of a lot. It's still super tasty, but with this one, even though there's still a good amount of stuff going on there, it's more to the point. It's a little less complicated. There's fewer moving parts, and I think that allows it to thrive better in that burrito format. I really like this one. I think it's super tasty. I think it does a better job of being a sushi burrito, than the one I tried previously. There's just, it does. The question does become, though, could I have just gotten this as a poke bowl and been just as happy? And I think that, again, with the one I did previously, I think that would have worked better as a poke bowl. In this instance, however, I'm actually perfectly willing to take this as a sushi burrito. I think it still works really well in that format. The flavors are really good. It's fresh tasting. It's, to their credit, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. In both instances, though I've had criticisms for Poke Burrito, in both instances, they've delivered. Both the things I've had were super tasty and really good, and really the only thing that prevents me from enjoying them to the fullest is just because, again, I had that one place, and that experience was so specific and so special, Whereas with Poke Burrito, they are a chain, and, you can tell, they're building it a little bit more, to kind of fit all audiences. And I still, again, the fact that I don't have that one place anymore, this place is still perfectly solid. I think sushi burritos are personally a lot of fun, and I like this one a lot, so I would definitely get it again. If I'm going over there and I'm recommending it, this is actually one I would probably recommend over the other one that I tried. Because, again, it's a little bit more concise, and I think it works better in the burrito format. I think it's a little bit more solid. But in terms of the execution, with the exception of the construction, you have to wrap it fully. You have to wrap it fully, folks. It doesn't work properly unless you do that. But otherwise, it is very tasty. Everything was fresh. I thought all the flavors worked really well. I mean, I love Hawaiian style stuff. The tuna was good. The pineapple personally made it for me. But even just like I said, things like the sweet onion, things like the crunch tempura, those were really nice too. So I personally really dug it. All that said, folks, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly Hawaiian-style-tastic rest of your life. Mind you, I've never been to Hawaii. In all likelihood, I'll probably never go to Hawaii. Nothing against Hawaii or anything. It's just, I don't foresee that being a thing that would be likely to happen. I don't know, unless somebody wants to invite me to go to Hawaii. Maybe I could swing that. But like, I personally am not. I'm not a destination guy that way. I like being where I'm at, but who knows? Anyway, final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. Try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating, just bullshit sometimes. And when we're forced to deal with said bullshit situations, it's important we go over there, at least try. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, hey, maybe you're like, Brandon, you should totally go to Hawaii because it has this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And of course, the funny thing with Hawaii is that, like, it is one of those things where it's like, on the one hand, they thrive due to tourism, but on the other hand, tourism is also kind of destroying Hawaii in a lot of ways, to the extent where at times they've been like, you know what? If y'all could just fuck off for a while, just like take 10 years to let us just do our own thing and then we'll let you back in. But no, and like again, nothing against Hawaii or anything. But you could go over there, you could do the same thing with pretty much, you'd be like, hey, you should come to El Salvador. Be like, okay, well, there's so many reasons, like, have to get time off of work, and I'd have to, but maybe you're that person, maybe you're the globe trekking type, and that's fantastic, and hey, let me know about places you try, things like that, hit me up in the comments about that stuff, I love hearing about that stuff. Anyway, bye.